history too, so anyone can...
We're on a felucca on the Nile at Aswan, and sailing across to the tombs of the nobles, carved into the side of a mountain. I'm obviously on the back of a camel heading up to the tombs of the nobles. This is the long way around. There is a stairway, but this is the scenic route. So here I am up on top with the tomb of the nobles in the background and some more tombs along the way here. This is, I've been told, is all sandstone. The Nile in the background. So you see Christian burials here. And going through this narrow passage. Now about to enter into what looks like a very large hall. Wow. Wow. Hello. Welcome. Thank you.
ايوه بص كده بس احنا هنشاور لك محمود جمال واقف جنبي اهو ايوه
So we saw Christian depictions, we saw dynastic Egyptian depictions. So of course, this area, these tombs or system of caves were used by people over the course of probably thousands of years. But the question is, who originally made them? Is it possible that there was a pre-culture called the Cometians who were the original builders of the major caves with pillars that we've been in? We found the false door symbol on the wall all over the place, sometimes painted over with Egyptian hieroglyphics or even Christian depictions. But that symbol itself represents water, so it could be that there is water behind these doors, and that the shaft system is actually a water network from ancient times. I'm inside what's called the Valley Temple on the Giza Plateau. The Sphinx is right back this way, and I'm here by myself. No other tourists. It's absolutely ridiculous, actually, why people are afraid to come to Egypt here at the end of March 2014. These stones, basically all of them, are rose granite from the Aswan Quarry, which is 500 miles away. And just get a basic sense of the scale of what you're looking at, the size of them. But not only that, the thing is that this so-called temple is so incredibly ancient and pre-dynastic. It wasn't built by the dynastic Egyptians. This is much, much older, thousands of years older. It's a Cometian site. The Cometian culture existed here long before the dynastic Egyptians ever existed. And the amount of erosion on these stones indicates the antiquity. Not only that, look at the size of them. 500 miles away is the quarry. How were these stones moved here? And how was the level of precision achieved? Such as this example in a more black granite. It's been measured by engineers. The surface, in some cases, is within 2/10 of 1 inch in being perfectly flat, and possibly even finer than that. An astonishing achievement. And what we see in Egypt, again, is we see the phenomenal work that the dynastic Egyptians, or the pharaohs, created, but they inherited a number of structures, and this so-called valley temple is one of them. So much as in Peru, the question is, why were these people working in such an incredible scale? Why would you bother working with megalithic-sized blocks like this? And the answer isn't simply because they could, though the answer is simply because they could. But it has to do with the reasoning that contact between the stones was vital. It's a lot easier to build something with mortar or concrete in between the building blocks or stones, because that means you can build quite quickly. But to have contact upon contact like this, with huge stones like this, means more than simply the idea that they were trying to earthquake-proof something. The contact probably had to do with vibration. They chose pink Aswan granite because of its very high quartz crystal content. And we know that quartz is used in modern electronics because of its vibrational piezoelectric quality. Are the remnants of an exploded pyramid. Exploded by what? Ancient cataclysm at the end of the last ice age. And this is an excellent example, as chronicled by Chris Dunn in his book, Ancient Technologies, of a machined surface. Yusuf, are we on?
These are not markings of any kind of hammers and chisels.
No
you can
way.
see that it's been
No
eaten.
way. Look at these lines. Look at
Seen
these striations.
Exactly.
Look at these striations.
And also the higher parts and the lower parts shows that it was not
Exactly.
all cut at once.
Exactly.
It was like,
Especially here. This.
here and here.
Exactly.
Yeah, here and there.
Exactly. You can see where the blade came back.
But the fact that it's arched
Yes.
makes us wonder what kind of tool was used.
See all the striations?
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. You see the striations running this way, and you see the definitive pattern
I can see it and I can't get it in my camera.
Oh,
going
yes,
this
you can.
way.
We've got
Oh, here it is.
So it's an arc.
So you see this is
It arcs like that, curved,
featured in Chris Dunn's latest book.
and the cutter most likely moved in this
Has to be
direction.
machined. Cannot be done by hand.
Hopefully this is not the only example here, but this is an incredible example. And here especially, you see where the tool was cutting higher than here, which is also repeated here. There's a step down from this surface, or this level, to that level, and then down to that level. And it is a beautiful arc.
There's a pretty definitive line on the side.
At Abu Rawash, this pyramid, to some extent, was cased or covered in rose granite. The rose granite, like at Giza, came from the Aswan quarry, which is about 500 miles away. Underneath the granite, and what we can see now, are limestone blocks. There's a lot of limestone in this area, so that could have been quarried, sorry about the fly, quarried locally. But what's intriguing, most intriguing about this site is that we can actually go inside, because it's as if the top of this pyramidal structure was blown off by a massive cataclysm. It wasn't quarried initially, it's being quarried now and has been for probably thousands of years. But it is possible that this was part of the energy grid power plant system of the Bu-Wizir area. And Bu-Wizir means the land of Osiris, which predates the pharaohs and dynasties of Egypt. It's possible that the top, due to destabilization of the entire energetic system thousands of years ago, possibly at the time of the end of the last catastrophic termination of the Ice Age, that the top was literally blown off. And so we get to go into the core and have a look. So you're looking at the limestone interior of the Abu Ruwash pyramid, and this is the core. And we can descend into the core in this unique structure, unlike the other pyramids, and have a look at the base of it. So about 2/3 of the way down the ramp in Abu Ruwash, and you can see the limestone blocks here and on this side. But what's more intriguing is the fact that this is all bedrock. So this massive channel, and presumably the pyramid that was above it, was carved straight into the bedrock, which is limestone. You see all the different layers you go down. And then in the core part, again, we see limestone built up and down into the interior.
So this is all limestone bedrock you're looking at that was cored out.
Yeah.